Last week, the first really, truly great new album of 2025 dropped. And if you're a fan of gentle singer-songwriters like Sufjan Stevens or Laura Marling, really interesting vocalists like Joanna Newsom and Richard Dawson, or anyone in the sapphic, yearning, singer-songwritery boy genius universe, you're definitely going to want to check it out. And the album in question, the debut from Jasmine 4T, the album You Are the Morning, and that boy genius comparison particularly apt being that the trio produced this album front to back, and it's being released through Phoebe's own Saddest Factory Records. And I had a feeling this thing was going to be good because I absolutely adored all three of the singles it was teased with, and the record itself does not disappoint, with tons of highlights that please in the exact same way that those singles did. Jasmine is a pretty strong songwriter, and there are some really interesting narrative points throughout this record, but where she really truly shines the brightest is as a vocalist. With an extremely gentle demeanor, she is singing these very fragile, crackled little refrains, and the production here does an excellent job of not swallowing that nuance and that intimacy and giving her the space to be very vulnerable as both a songwriter and a vocalist on record, and wow, does it pay off. On top of a trio of great singles, this thing is book-ended by the openers and closers Kitchen and Woman, even gentler, raw, and more stripped-down tracks that add quite a bit of thematic contrast to the journey that this album feels like to listen to from front to back, and in the midst of it are deep cuts like my favorite example, New Shoes, a flawlessly vulnerable and honestly a tear-jerking piece of music. If you're a fan of any kind of indie folk or singer-songwriter music, this has to be a must listen. And I'll also say for fellow trans people, if you want to hear the issues and experiences we have manifested in the way of a really specific lens from a really unique songwriter, this is another can't miss record. I really do think that a top 10 caliber album has dropped this early in the year, and we haven't even gotten to Eusexua yet, so do not let this Jasmine 4T record slip by you. It is excellent. And if you want to read my full review of the album, my thoughts on all of the songs, check out my blog right up here where I covered it.